Happy Labor Day. I gotta see how much this is. It's cute. The side seems to be up. Matches my shoes. Oh guys, I have to tell you this story. I'm so hot. It is so hot. I was talking to my nephew on the phone earlier and he's, you know, in another state, and he was like, it's so hot. And I'm like, oh, I'm on my way out. Now I see what he means. It's so hot. So I'm waiting on my friend to call, the one that used to always make me wait. I'm not gonna go pick her up and wait though. Anyways, that's not the story I was gonna tell. Let me tell you guys the story. So I was at the bank machine. Now it's Labor Day, it's a holiday. I'm at the ATM machine and this guy walks up and he's like, excuse me, ma'am. He like almost jumps out. And most people, like if there's a single woman at a Mac machine, you're just not gonna jump out like that. So I got nervous. And he was like, excuse me, ma'am, can I ask you a question? And I backed away from the machine and I had just taken my money out. Yeah, let me tell the whole story. I had just taken my money out the machine. So I had it in my hand, I had my card, and he was like, excuse me, ma'am, can I ask you a question? And he said, your car, and he started asking me questions about my car. Scared the crap out of me. So I started walking around to the other side of my car because I was about ready to open the door and jump in. Like, why would you? Anyways, he was like, no, I'm a physician. And I'm thinking, that doesn't make me feel better because you could be lying, you know? And so he was saying about the area that we live in, I shouldn't feel that way. You know, he said maybe if you're like in New York or something, but here, and I'm thinking, nah, you can't trust anybody. Criminals are smart. Now you've got some that aren't so smart, and we see those shows on TV. But criminals are smart, and they're getting smarter, the good ones. So, yeah, if you're sitting there watching somebody, and they're using the ATM machine, what better way to drive up and start talking and saying, you want to ask questions about their car, and if they like it, you know, because he said he was thinking of getting one for his wife. But he scared the crap out of me. You know, it's a shame that we even have to live in a world like this. And he was like, I'm 59 years old. And, you know, I remember growing up, we could have, you know, talk to people. And I absolutely agree with him. I think there are certain areas that you can feel safe. But one area I never feel safe at is using an ATM machine by myself. We also live in a world where there's lots of drug addicts. Like he was making it almost like, no, not in this area. Yeah, it can happen anywhere. I'm gonna try not to complain because I did say around 11:30-ish. But I specifically asked her. Now, I'm talking about my friend. You guys have heard me talk about her before. I specifically said, what time will you be ready? She said about 11:30. It's 11:46. I haven't even got a call from her saying I'm running late. Like, I don't even want to deal with her now. Actually, I'm headed home. One, because I had to pee real bad, and I just don't feel like using the outdoor bathroom. And two, because I might just stay in, because I'm not dealing with her on this level. Like, it's just a courtesy to call somebody. If you tell them around 11:30 and it's like almost 10 to 12, pick up the phone, call them or text them and say, okay, give me another hour, give me another 15 minutes. I don't know. So to avoid the stress, I'm just gonna go home. I went home. I knew as soon as I climbed those steps, she was gonna call. I got in. I think I went to the bathroom and she called. She wants to go like thrifting. I don't want to spend my day in the store. I spend my days in the store Monday through Friday, I feel like it. Between shopping and picking up things that I need. I kind of wanted to go to the lake or something. But it's so hot, I just don't want to push my car in this heat. Oh, okay guys, it's late. I'm so tired. Don't mind my hair. I washed it. I have some stuff in there. I'm so tired. So I didn't vlog much today. I was with my friend, Randy Ragged. I had to actually leave her. We were hanging out and she wasn't ready to leave, and I was tired and hungry. Had clothes in the washer that I put in the dryer, dishes in the sink, and I left her. I came home, fixed dinner, called her. I said, you know what, call me when you're ready. I'll come pick you up. But I think tonight's the last. We're going to hang out. I can't deal with that. It took up all my day. And I just don't have that kind of time to give. Like if I go hang out, probably 2 hours max. And that's pushing it. And that's if I'm hanging out for an event. But I'm beat. I have tap in the morning, and then I have a doctor's appointment that I kind of knew about but forgot about. And so anyways, guys, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I will see you out here. Unless I see numbers go up, then I'll come back and vlog daily. I'm so tired. Like, who would want to watch this? Some of you had asked for requests if I wouldn't mind sharing how I got out of debt and or my journey. Because I really didn't do anything that anybody else does getting out of debt other than pay my bills. But I want to make it kind of a decent video. I don't want it to just be me in the vlog. And somebody else asked the benefit of me juicing. I'd love to share these things. I always think people aren't interested. So I will try to work on that this week to get you guys a vlog out to answer those questions. And I want to do them nicely. I want to make a nice vlog for it. So I'm tired. I need sleep. I'm about to fall over. So I'm going to go ahead and say good night. Good happy Monday. No, it feels like Monday. Good happy Tuesday, guys. I am actually ironing. I bought these cute little sundresses yesterday. So because I had such a hectic day yesterday. Oh, happy Tuesday, by the way. I hope you all had a great, safe Labor Day. I typically am not on the road on holidays, and I was out on the road a lot yesterday. You do see some crazy stuff out there on holidays. So because I had such a hectic day with my friend yesterday, ripping and running, I didn't get to take my laundry out of the dryer immediately, which means it wrinkled. I could rewash it the next time I do laundry and throw it in the dryer. My clothes never really wrinkle because I take them out of the dryer immediately and put them on hangers. So I never have to iron. And I'm ironing on my table and my battery's dying. Darn it. And this pad is wonderful. I bought this pad at Walmart, and you just put it on any firm surface and you can iron right on it. And I'll show you. It's this non-slip ironing mat by Brighter Days. Yeah, you can just throw it right up on top of your washer or your dryer. I just didn't want to iron there because I felt like lint was on everything, and I didn't want lint being on my clothes. But anyways, I have dance. My battery always dies when I film at dance, and it's flashing right now. So I'm going to try to throw it on the charger. I'm not going to have enough time to charge it. And I hate charging batteries halfway. I'm actually a little on time. I'm not late yet, but I don't want to end up late. But I've been up since about 4:17. I woke up to go to the bathroom. Couldn't go back to sleep as usual. My room is so hot. And my air was on 77 last night, which should be a good temperature. And I have a fan in there on the floor, and I have a ceiling fan, and I'm still hot. I'm thinking I need to take some of my electronics out of my bedroom. Hey guys, guess what? I've got 8 minutes to get to TAP. There's no way it's gonna happen. I hate going in late every week. I've been up since 4:17. There's no reason for me to be late. I did have to print out some coupons though of some things I need. You guys probably can't hear me because the air is on and it's up loud and there's a lot of traffic, so I'm gonna just wait until I get to TAP. am at my, darn it, they parked over the line. I'm at my doctor's appointment. I cannot find a spot. I'm like, what are they giving away today? Because I want some. There's 2 spots right here, but that car parked over the line. So somebody just pulled out of handicap. I don't like taking the van accessible ones, but I have to. There's no parking spaces here. Went well at my appointment. I gotta pee. I wish they'd come on. I'm just waiting to be discharged. And I have to pee. Oh my God. I'm so tired. My doctor said, oh, you gained some weight. Because guys, I weigh almost 125 pounds. It's such a beautiful day. I was going to call my friend. Oh my God, what's in the air? Okay guys, I had to stop and get something to eat. I'm starving. These fries are delicious. I'm starving, I'm going to eat. My doctor said, oh, you've gained some weight. I wonder why. This is breakfast. 2 hot dogs and some fries for breakfast. I'm starving, but I deserve it. I worked hard. Ooh, but the hot dogs need to be cooked longer. Okay, I'm tired. I'm going home. I'm getting off the road. I needed one more store to go to because I wanted to pick up some readers, but it's not happening. Guys, I really need to go home. I really need to get off this road. I really need to be in my home is what I'm trying to say. I'm exhausted. I'm so beyond tired. I think we did 4 dances today. The last dance, I missed the first dance because I was late. And there was no reason for me to be late today. I've been up since 4:17. There was no reason to be late. 4:17. So I went to Walmart. I spent almost $16 for 2 things and had coupons. I'm telling you, when you have health problems, it is pricey. I already pay for prescriptions every month, and now I got some Gaviscon. I wish they sold smaller bottles. So I bought some Gaviscon only because past few days I've been busy, my stomach's been a little upset, and acid has been up in my throat and in my mouth, and I don't like that. How about some Arnica gel, because I got to get this pain out of my arm. I'm so sleepy. You know, the nurse, thank God, let me tell you how good God is, and I know I'm like all over the place like a drunk, but I'm tired. But let me tell you how good God is. So I went to my doctor's. My doctor's nurse is crappy. I really can't stand her. That's the best way to say it. And I wish she'd get a job like on a sanitation truck where she'd fit in with, you know, the environment. And she's just crappy. She has a crappy attitude. She talks to you crappy. She's like, there's like no personality. If you walked in sick, she'd make you sicker. There's no friendliness at all towards her, and I can't stand her, and I can't. So like, I can walk in the best of moods. Let's say I'm in the waiting room talking to people, and we're laughing or telling a story or sharing things. The minute she comes to get you, your whole, like, maybe because I've just had bad experiences with her attitude before, because like, as soon as I see her, I'm like, oh, here we go. And yeah, so her bad attitude like really rubbed off on me. Like when I left, inside I was like, I can't stand her, and I'm going through all these things in my head, and like, oh, why do I always get the worst people, and couldn't I have gotten somebody nicer, and I'm just like all this stuff. And so it bothered me. I ate my lunch and I was thinking about how much I didn't like her, and I wish I didn't have to interact with her, and you know, trying to get myself together to say maybe she needs your kindness, but I don't think you can be kind to her. So anyways, though, then this other people started being nice to me. And like one lady, I was walking out and she actually kind of went back and held the door for me. And she said, if more people would just do this. And I said, oh, I know. I said, what a better world it would be to live in. And then I saw her in Walmart, and she was like, or she said, did I just see you or something? I said, yes. I said, you held the door open for me. So anyways, and then a guy that worked at Walmart came up to me and he said, finding everything you're looking for? I said, oh, just trying to find that $1 million that I know you guys have hidden. And I didn't say it like with a smile or anything. So it made him laugh because I looked so serious when I said it. And I realized people's attitudes. Energy, well, we know from science that energy is transferred. So yeah, when you have that bad energy, it's transferred. That's why people don't like to be around negative people. You know, excuse me, when I was depressed, don't nobody want to be around a depressed person. The only people that'll be around depressed people are your really good friends, or people who are like extremely happy people. They can deal with it. But like your average Joe Schmo, they don't want to be around nobody who's depressed, because it's depressing. And oh dear God, I need to get home, guys. You don't understand how bad I need to get home. You don't understand how tired the tiredness is. I got saliva about to drip out my mouth. Like, I'm that tired. My eyes won't stay open. And I still, like I said, I got to go out and beat this heat one more time. Hey YouTube, I'm Frida Beanie 8, and I hate coming to you all the time in my pajamas, but on days when I don't go to rehab and I don't have errands to run, I know I'm not going anywhere, so it's just extra energy wasting, you know, trying to get prepared for a day that I'm just going to try to take care of things indoors. But anyways, I'm going to start this video out with Ephesians, and that's from the Bible, the book of Ephesians, verse 4, chapter 29, which says, "Let no unwholesome talk come out of my mouth, except what is helpful for building up others, according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." And I actually stopped. I was trying to prepare my breakfast, and I actually stopped because some stuff was going through my head that I didn't want to miss putting out here. And I thank all of you viewers that have subscribed to my channel, that have sent friend invites, and again, that's from most of your much loved followers, and I thank her so much again for sharing my link. So I watched a couple of her videos last night, and I saw the one about Messy Maya, and my condolences. I don't know how long ago it happened. I didn't get into that. I was just going through a couple of the videos, and I do send my condolences. But it started me thinking, and much love. I have to congratulate you. I watched your video on it, and it was rough getting through all the swearing, but and that's not a judgment call. I used to swear like that sometimes. You know, I had periods in my life where everything that came out like that. It's just that I've changed, but I congratulate you for speaking out like that, because that's what went through my mind. But here's this young man, 22 years old, just trying to go somewhere in life and do something, and envy and jealousy rose up in somebody, and you know, somebody lost their life. But the point I'm trying to make in this video is, yesterday I caught a piece of a conversation at my rehab. I didn't hear the whole conversation, but I guess some people were sitting in a car, and the windows must have been tinted, but people were looking in trying to see, but I guess they couldn't see them. Anyways, I missed part of the story. But I started talking to the woman, and I said, you know, because for evil to triumph, all it takes is for good to sit back and do nothing. And that's so true. And so the people at my rehab were talking about the criminals nowadays and how bold they are. They just don't care anymore. And I thought, because they know people fear them. And they know that crime is out of control right now. And there's not enough police. And you've got crime going on the internet. And who's policing the internet? You know. So my point is, all of you who are watching, all of you that have good within you, and know that you have that good within you, I would like to just encourage you to, when you make your YouTube videos or interact with people daily on your job, or let that good come out. Let your light shine. We have to do those things. For those of you who are Christians, you know that that's a mandate, to let your light shine.
And the Christian church has kind of been lulled to sleep a little bit. And, so darkness is taking over. But for those of us who know the light and the true light, let's make 2011 the start. If we're not letting our light shine, let's make 2011 the start to begin to combat evil with good. We've got so much stuff going on in this world. I don't even watch the news or read the newspaper half the time. People will say stuff to me, big cases, and say, you had to have heard about it on the news. I don't watch the news because it's just too much, and we have the power to combat it, but we've chosen to go into our shell and become protective, or to become hardened, and evil has ran rampant. The good thing about it, those of us who are Christians that do know God, we know that we've got a safe haven, and we've got a better place that we're going to. And so we have a work to do here on this earth. There are things that we must do, that we have to do, whether we want to do them or not. Some of us are going to have to do them. There's a lot of people, I believe when you say, here I am, God, use me, we get used. But the Christian church is taught when you serve God, not the Christian church, some of these big mega churches that are teaching this happy, 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 they teach that when you serve God, all this good and great is going to come. And it is. God is good, and he is great. And he does desire for his children to have good blessings. But when you say, God, use me, you're giving him permission to use you in any way he sees fit. When I sit in a hospital room, in a hospital bed, I know that God is still using me. I don't like being used that way. I don't like all those tubes and needles and not being able to eat and, I don't like all that. But I also know that he's using me in terms of maybe somebody else can get something from it, or, my spirit. When I'm sick, I don't worry about the stuff that I worry about when I'm well. So, not to get off target, but the whole point of this video was supposed to be, let your light shine. Let your light shine. The light will always, always overtake the darkness. When you go into a dark room and flip on the light switch, the darkness doesn't put out the light. The light puts out the darkness. So I encourage you all, let's make 2011 a year to start looking within our hearts, discovering who we are. My making these videos are unveiling who I am and allowing me to be who I am. And just taking one day, each day as it comes, and just allowing God to use me. So, with that said, I'm going to go make my breakfast, lunch. Well, it's almost 2 o'clock, so whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to go eat because I haven't eaten much this morning. And I just ask you to continue to watch my videos, to share my link, because if you don't need what I have to say, maybe somebody else can get something from it. And subscribe, and leave your comments, views, thoughts, opinions below. As always, you don't have to be nice. I prefer you not be nasty, but more importantly, I just prefer you be you.